Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
Are you a foodie?
I am, actually.
I could tell from those socks with the French fries on them.
I like
Those are pretty cool. You're going to be sporting strange footwear every day of the spring trials?
Yes, yes.
Well, good. We'll be sure to
Indeed.
highlight them somehow. That's
Will.
Ellen Wells with the strange socks. I'm Chris Beatties, and we're from Growertalks and Green Profit. And we're here at the 2016 California Spring Trials looking at Burpee's newest vegetables. And the reason I asked if you're a foodie, not just because of those French fries, but because we're looking at one of three categories of vegetables that Burpee is doing. I'll get up here for you. That is foodie fresh. These are varieties that foodies,
they're attractive, they're
would be
unique, different.
interesting, weird shapes, weird flavors, cool stuff, like Madame Marmande.
It's a slicer tomato.
This is a hybrid version of an heirloom called Marmande, which is a French tomato. I'm unfamiliar with it, but they gave us a taste of it earlier. It's a little more mild.
They said less sour. I say less acidic.
Yeah, and but very sophisticated.
Soft skin.
You could like cook it with cheese inside of it. There's some very cool things with it. So that's a new tomato, Marmande. And then over here we got a pepper and an eggplant to go with your tomato.
Lemon dream, sweet pepper.
That's a sweet little
It's a kind of
long-shaped pepper in yellow. And then we love this one because we've written about this over the last couple of months. That's meatball eggplant. And not only is it meatball shaped, but they say the texture is kind of meat-like. So when you make your eggplant parmesan, you might fool somebody into thinking there's some hamburger in there. But so that's the foodie fresh. Now let's go take a look at what you might do for space savers. Space savers, container gardening, Ellen. You're in the city, Boston.
Yeah, I am.
And
I have containers.
People don't have like 40 acres and a mule in Boston, I don't think.
No.
But they do have pots for their balconies. And what Burpee has done is put together, this is cool, they're called Take Two. This is two varieties of tomato that you put in one pot.
Right, two different types.
And going with the sort of the cinematography theme, take two. We take 14 takes, but they take two. The two varieties would be like, it's lights, camera, action. This is lights, which is a combination of
bush steak and patio choice yellow.
There you go. And you can see the cherry tomato in front, and then there's the big beef steak, a bush type beef steak in the back. And then, that's lights. Camera is down here. And camera is made of a sweetheart of the patio, which is the cherry that you see in there. And then home slice, which is the slightly larger slicing type. And then action, the third one, is a bush steak for the big tomato. There it is. And then baby boomer is the cherry type. So that's take two, lights, camera, and action for the space savers. Now, lastly, how about you want the biggest tomato, the best, the craziest, the wildest,
the earliest.
You want the amazing veggies right over here. This third category is all of the genetics that are just have superlatives. The earliest, well, like 4th of July maybe, or the biggest, or the best, or the most disease resistant. And they've got a couple of introductions here.
The new one is for tomato is a cloudy day.
Now, what's the benefit of a cloudy day? It was actually bred
very early.
It was bred in the UK. Now they don't have the best tomato conditions in the UK, so they say it was bred to be very disease resistant to like early blight, late blight, and TMV, I think. So that's tomato cloudy day. And then you want basil. You'd like to grow basil.
Oh, I love it.
You want lots of basil. You don't want it to go to flower and seed. Pesto Party is the latest flowering basil from seed, well branched, lots and lots of leaves, and it maintains a good flavor too.
And because it's so late in flowering, you get 4 times the yield. And here's something interesting: it has intermediate resistance to basil downy mildew, which I am very
That's always knocking off my basil, I'll tell you that. So we're going to have a pesto party with this new basil here at Burpee as part of the 2016 California Spring Trials. Yeah, put this with that Madame Marmande over there, and we got lunch. Oh, we had lunch. Who cares? Let's have some more lunch. Dinner.